2017. The year where half the male celebrities you know and love turned out to be assholes. Ajit Pai became the most hated man on the internet. A bunch of rabid fanboys rioted for McDonald's dipping sauce. And so many fantastic video games. Like, wow. How have so many good games been released in this one year? They're not all winners. EA. But there were so many good ones, it's easy to forget about the bad ones. Come one, come all, folks. 2017 has something for everyone. OPGs? We got those. Action? Oh yeah. Platformers? Oh god, yes. Shooters? Like loot boxes? No? Splatoon it is. Hey, Battlefront 2 gave me a great sense of pride and accomplishment. I don't need your sass right now, Kevin. We've even got a visual novel that's a horror game in disguise. What a year it's been. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be making a video right now. These games aren't necessarily the best, just the ones I like the most. And I am human and don't have time to play every game to come out, but I did play most of the ones I wanted to play. The exceptions being Neo Automata I had in time and Resident Evil 7. Luckily, not a single game on here has microtransactions. EA Star Wars Battlefront 2 costs $60. This is the part where I'd be talking about Gravity Rush 2, but a new Metroid game came out. If only you didn't have so many stealth sections. And the biggest plot twist of E3, we not only got confirmation of a new Metroid game, but two. Metroid Prime 4 and the fittingly named Samus Returns. Hey Samus, nice to see you back. Looks like I can finally stop digging your grave. It's pretty obvious now why the fan project of another Metroid 2 remake got shut down by Nintendo. We got a new Metroid to play and it delivers. Samus Returns is a remake of Metroid 2 and it fixes all the issues the original had, all while implementing new gameplay mechanics like the melee counter and Aeon abilities. Less backtracking, new abilities, a map, better graphic and sound, it's everything you could want in a remake. All with that classic Metroid gameplay. It's not as good as the other 2D Metroids, but maybe that's just an issue with Metroid 2. Plus, this is the first Metroid I got all the items in. It's the easiest it's ever been to do so, but still. After how great Samus Return was, the future of Metroid is looking a lot more promising. Now that we got a new Metroid, what's next? A new Mega Man? oh. Now that we got a new Mega Man, what's next? Mother 3 in English? I'm gonna go cry in the corner if that's alright with everyone. Hey guys, let's remake the worst Fire Emblem game. What could go wrong? Not much to be honest, because Shadow of Valentia is a breath of fresh air to this series. Fire Emblem wasn't always post-shipping simulator, you know? On paper, this game sounds like a bad idea. Let's put guidance mechanics, pretty them up a bit, not add any future mechanics. In practice, it makes you wonder why they never thought to remake guidance sooner. No weapon triangle, no weapon durability, one inventory items. Am I describing Fire Emblem right now? It also has mechanics and features Fire Emblem's never had since Gaiden, like explorable towns and dungeon crawling. Shadows of Valentia essentially makes the old new again, and that's alright by me. It even tries some new stuff like full voice acting and the addition of Millis Turnwheel, which is basically an undo button. I've gotta say, this voice acting is insanely natural, and it really enhances the story for me. Bukud is an amazing villain, and I really wanted to murder him violently and sleep with his girlfriend that he clearly doesn't deserve. I'm not even an angry person. He's just that big of an asshole. His delivery just makes his whole character that much better. If anything, it just makes me want to do the previously stated things to this asshole even more. I don't have issues, I swear. Whoa. I've never really cared for Crash Bandicoot before the Insane Trilogy. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, whenever I play Crash 2, it just makes me want to go back to playing Super Mario Sunshine of 64DS. After these remakes, I really like these games now. Probably won't come back to Crash 1 anytime soon, but Crash 2 and Crash Warped are some of the best platformers on PlayStation. Especially Crash 2, because wow. It's incredible how this fantastic game has been sitting on a shelf for the past 15 or so years, barely being played. Hell, I loved Crash 2 so much that I went out of my way for the Platinum Trophy. I didn't like Crash Warped as much as Crash 2, but I loved 2 so much that Warped just felt a little underwhelming by comparison. Either that or I played these games too quickly in succession. They did a really good job in these remakes though. Amazing graphics, fixed a few issues to the first game, and they added even more bells and whistles. Hopefully Spyro gets the same treatment in a few years. Maybe we'll finally be able to get into that series too. I'm glad I finally gave the Crash games the time they deserve. With me finally getting into Uncharted, I love most of Naughty Dog's games now. Still don't care for The Last of Us though. I can feel that dislike button getting trampled on. Poor thing. All because I wanted to talk about whatever the hell a Bandicoot is. The internet is a strange place. I haven't talked about a single non-remake yet. Let's change that. In a year full of loot box-filled shooters, it's nice to see a game like Splatoon that's still completely unique compared to the rest of the genre. So, what do you normally do in shooters again? You shoot some guys and turn around and shoot some more guys. In Splatoon, you basically do the same thing, but everyone's a squid. Or are they kids? I can't tell. There's more to that, though. Instead of shooting other players, your main goal is to shoot the surroundings covered in ink. You can swim around your own ink for faster movement, you can jump to other teammates' position, and there's no voice chat, so 12-year-olds aren't yelling at me about having sexual relations with my female parental unit. Yeah, there's no real voice chat other than that weird app Nintendo still hasn't given up on, but the game still loads of fun to play. Since release, the games continue to get free content updates like new weapons, maps, and modes. All for free. The game will probably still be $60 for a while to pay for this stuff, but it's pretty hard to complain about new free content. I mean, come on! They finally let us change gear in between matches. Just don't add microtransactions, I'll probably keep playing this game every now and then. Odd games have never been fun to me. Don't know why I should bring mental pain upon myself, but I could just have a jolly good time playing something else. Yeah, there's just something about Cuphead that's so charming and fun. Even though critics are calling it the Dark Souls of platforms, it's really more like Contra. Don't know how they thought the tutorial was so hard. A bunch of twits. And yes, this game's very difficult, but the art style and music just have so much charm that you don't really mind constantly getting put into Chicago Overcoat to each and every one of his bosses. There's plenty of boss variety, like frogs who rip off Street Fighter, a giant movement that got way too much pornography made of the poor dame, a Resident of Candyland, and even a Haunted Train that was probably based off that one area of Final Fantasy VI. Throwing some run and gun levels for variety, you've got a really swell game. And at only 20 folding greens, that is a jolly good deal. And just look at those amazing graphics. They might not be cutting edge, but this might be one of the best looking games of all time. So much love and care was put into the hand-drawn animation, and almost brings a tear to my eye. However, this is the only game on here I wasn't able to finish. After 3 straight hours of trying to beat Dice at the end of the game, I gave up trying to beat him. Even without finishing the game, I was still able to have such a juicy time I felt my dough was still well spent. Hey, why are you talking like that? Alright folks, let's move on before this voice gets too out of hand. You know, I thought Sonic Forces was pretty good. That being said, Sonic Mania is goddamn fantastic. As someone who didn't grow up with classic Sonic, this game was still such a treat. Despite being a throwback to the Genesis game, this is honestly the most original Sonic game in years. Hell, 75% of the levels are old zones, and everything still feels surprisingly fresh. The second act of each zone feels completely different from its original incarnation. Adding new gameplay mechanics like bouncing gels to chemical plant, and setting Oil Ocean on fire. Mania even has a few new zones, they're the real highlights of this game. Studiopolis is a giant TV station with insanely catchy music, and Press Garden is just a giant printing press that turns into an ice zone in the second act. Because why not? All these new zones are awesome to play through. The bosses, however, are entirely new and almost all of them are good. My favorite boss is literally just Eggman's Mean Bean Machine. Did I mention this game is made by a bunch of Sonic ROM hackers? Because this is the kind of creativity that can only come from ROM hackers. I'm not the only one in love with this game either. Sonic games usually get mixed reception, but Mania is almost universally liked. This is a Sonic game by fans for fans. You can tell this was made by fans, because there's an and Knuckles option that lets Knuckles follow you around, even when you're already playing as Knuckles. Did I mention this game is brilliant? With how well this game did critically and commercially, a Mania 2 is practically inevitable. As for Sonic Team, maybe have them make a few non-Sonic games. After working on almost exclusively Sonic and Puyo Puyo for the last 10 years, that's bound to get creatively draining eventually. Maybe have them make a new Knights game, or even a new IP. I don't know. Anything that doesn't involve blue hedgehogs rolling around at the speed of sound. Working on this one series for so long has gotta drive a person crazy. Alright guys, we really need this Switch thing to sell. How do we do that? How about releasing one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time on launch day? Wii U? What's that? Zelda Breath of the Wild is how you do launch day. Some consoles take years to get a game of this caliber if they're lucky. Switch has this covered day one. Breath of the Wild takes Zelda in a direction that was honestly for the best. Make it open world. Give the player mountains of content. Reimagining the original Legend of Zelda for modern day. Oh my god, it's so good. Let's make Link cross-dress while we're at it. While I still prefer the old style of Zelda, this is a damn good alternative. This is the kind of open world that I like. One that makes you want to peek around every corner and explore as much of it as you can. The exploration in this game is absolutely incredible because there's something to find or do around every nook and cranny. Exploring Hyrule is even better because you can climb all over it like some weird fetish. Except when it rains. Oh god, is this kink shaming in this fetish analogy? Get it out of here, I don't want it. All this technology and the Sheik had never invented climate control? Or maybe they did and they were just being assholes. Either way, Mother Nature is a giant killjoy. Since release, we got new DLC and to be honest, it's not that great. There's a bunch of new costumes that are cool to have but I never use, some dumb soul trial that's super hard, and a bunch of annoying scavenger hunts to get a motorcycle. The Master Cycle is awesome, but the road to getting it is honestly pretty boring. Master Mode is a surprisingly fun hold mode though. I'll have to do more streams with that. Disappointing DLC aside, Nintendo really has a winner on their hands with this game. For the next game, all they really have to do is take this open world formula, maybe make it a little smaller but with even more stuff to do, make the dungeons more like traditional Zelda dungeons, and boom. You've got potentially one of the best games ever made. With the Switch selling incredibly well, the future's looking brighter than ever for Nintendo. Oh man, this almost masterpiece of a game is only number 4. We don't deserve 2017. Ah, shit. I don't know what I did to warrant getting my heart changed, but Persona 5 took me by a huge surprise. My only experience with Shin Megami Tensei before this was Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I really enjoyed that game, so I figured I'd give Persona 5 a shot. I came in expecting an enjoyable but lengthy JRPG, and came out having my new favorite PS4 game, and one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I wish my high school was this fun. In this game, you play as high schoolers by day, interdimensional heart thieves by night. What? And they access this other dimension through a weird app on their phones. What? And the main character's cat won't let you stay up past your annoyingly early bedtime? What? This game is weird in the best way possible. Oh, and you can date your weirdly attractive teacher. Hey, I can date other girls too. Well, it's not like we were exclusive or anything. Well, I guess I'll go on a date with a third girl. Wait, this was a terrible idea. Persona is pretty much half school life simulator, half turn-based RPG with demon Pokemon called Persona. One Persona is a giant penis monster. If that didn't convince you to rush out and pay $60 for this game, I don't know what will. Persona 5 even has this cool Psychonauts feel to it, while you run around the minds of delusional people, and rid them of their psychotic delusions at the end of each well-crafted and symbolic dungeon by stealing their heart. You know, can the Phantom Thief steal a Jeep Pie's heart? That'd be great. Throw in so much visual style that people cosplay as the battle menu, an awesome soundtrack that I still sing along to, really solid gameplay that's still addicting, an awesome story, and you've got what was my game of the year for like 4 months. I'm gonna have to play the other games in the series. Currently playing Persona 4 Gold, and that game's fantastic too. Honestly, Persona has the potential to be one of my favorite RPG series. It was just that good so far. Back to 5, my only real issue with the game is how damn long it is. 90 hours is a long time to invest into a game. It was an amazing 90 hours, but I probably won't go back to start a fresh file anytime soon. But if this game was like 40 hours long, then it might have retained that Game of the Year status for me. I've got a short attention span, alright? I don't know how I managed to put these videos together. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, coming to Switch in 2017. Yeah, and Half-Life 3 will release this decade. Oh, hey, look at that, I was wrong. I'm a pretty big Xenoblade fan. Have I mentioned that yet? Xenoblade 2 is absolutely fantastic. The first time I turned on the game, I played it for 6 hours straight. I felt almost physically ill from playing for too long, and I still wanted to play more. Then I finished a 70-hour-long adventure in 11 days. This is the kind of game that once I picked it up, I couldn't put it down until I finished it. Persona 5 was like this too, but even then, it still took me like 3 weeks to get that amount of playtime. Xenoblade 2 is just that good. I was debating whether I liked Xenoblade 2 or Persona 5 more, but needless to say, you can see how that went. I asked myself which game I'm more likely to replay. Xenoblade 2 is shorter and portable, so 70 hours doesn't feel like as much of a commitment. Xenoblade 2 has lots to do, a huge world to explore, engaging combat and gameplay, cool world building, and a story that's engaging to the very end. And just listen to these beautiful accents.
What the bloody hell is this? Don't tell me this is meant to be me.
A remarkable likeness, to say the least.
Oi, did you see something?
The game has a great sense of humor too, and some cutscenes can be pretty hilarious.
How may I be of service, master?
Well, the game can be a little too anime sometimes, that's really an issue. Like Pyro's big, heart, her big heart, she's got a big heart. Weep. Hey, you're the one with the body pillows. They're not body pillows, they're therapy cats. And you know, why does the hot spring scene even exist? Like, it's so out of place. Surely it has to be there for fan service, nothing else, son of a bitch, the hot spring scene is foreshadowing. What even is this game? Xenoblade 2 even has a Pokemon system in the form of blades. Every blade is dependent on your luck with the RNG gods. Ugh, this is annoying. I like the randomness of this system, and I never get anything good. Wait, there's no microtransactions in this easily abusable system. Scratch that, spam all the common cores! I'm bound to get something good eventually. All this with possibly the best soundtrack ever to bless a video game. We don't deserve this good of a game. Alright guys, before we get to number 1, let's look at some honorable— What are you doing? It's Mario Odyssey. Stop screwing up the video, Kevin. Go be you somewhere else. Super Mario Odyssey. Oh my god, I didn't think a platformer could be this good. And this is the same series that gave us Super Mario Galaxy. Who sold a Nintendo have to sell to make this game? What about Koizuma? Yeah, let's go with that. It looks like someone who could be soulless on the inside. Like, does this game have any flaws? Doesn't feel like it does. My god, this is how you do a platformer. Everything is nice and open, you can skip most of the game if you want to. Moving around feels amazing. Oh my god, this game is just bliss in video game form. Each kingdom is cool and well thought out, and oh my god, everything is just gorgeous. New Donk City is so much fun to play around in. Look at all this stuff I can do with Mario's hat. I get to beat up someone other than Koopalings for a change. I can play as Mario in a wedding dress! I don't think it's possible to improve on a game this good. Maybe it has some DLC, but this game doesn't need it. Anything they add would just be worse by comparison if they're not careful. This is one of those games where Nintendo just looks at it for a sequel and can't figure out how to improve upon it other than adding Yoshi. Wait, he's already in this game. Well, it looks like the next Mario game will have some unique mechanic that's never used again, like Flood. As long as I can run around in my underwear in that game too, I'm okay with that. Guys, just buy a Switch already. Get Odyssey, Zelda, Mario Kart, Xenoblade, Splatoon, Stardew Valley, Rocket League. Oh my god! The Switch's launch view has been legendary. This has been that Flame Assassin guy. Super Mario Odyssey is my game of the year. Oh no, the Phantom Thieves are kicking in. I guess this is why they sent me that calling card. Persona 5 is Game of the Decade, Game of the Millennia, Game of the Year 2018, and every year. I will now make sweet love to the disc this game is printed on because it's just that good. Mario Odyssey sucks balls. Why not buy a Switch to begin with? It sucks. Just have Persona 5. I'm gonna go play more of this masterful game. Have my baby's Persona 5.
Too late for apologies! Okay, guys, let's do it!